Nico's master plan has been revealed, and on this channel over the last several days, we highlighted the fact that the Dallas Mavericks could benefit from a trade, specifically bolstering their backup power forward position. And over the last several weeks, there really hasn't been any news or any indication that Nico Harrison and the front office are in pursuit for any type of upgrade. But in a report that came out earlier today, highlighting that the Dallas Mavericks are indeed looking to improve their roster and are willing to move a first-round pick. So in this video, we're going to take a look at those reports, see exactly what it is that Nico has to work with, as well as we do have a major injury update regarding Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving ahead of tomorrow's game against the Clippers. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Mavericks Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Mavericks related. And before we get started with today's video, we're currently sitting at 15,931 subscribers, only 69 subs away from 16K. I appreciate that greatly. But if you want to be up to date on everything Mavericks related, with our live streams, watch-alongs, news vids, and everything else in between, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on a single thing that we do. But like I said on this channel, over the last several weeks, we have discussed many different players and many different rumors regarding the Dallas Mavericks as far as what we could do to improve the roster, what player wants to be a Dallas Maverick, as well as who do you guys want to see the Mavericks go after. But there really hasn't been any sound proof, any hard concrete evidence that the Mavericks are in deep pursuit for any other team. We've seen teams like the Golden State Warriors already make a trade. We've seen rumors that Jimmy Butler and the Suns are in serious talks of some sort of trade. But in a report that did come out earlier today, had this to say: the Mavericks are a team to watch as buyers on the trade market. Dallas has shown a willingness to discuss draft compensation and exploratory talks to land an impact addition. Keep an eye on the Mavericks' 2025 first-round pick potentially being used before the deadline. And as you all know, Nico Harrison did an amazing job over the summer getting Najee Marshall, Quentin Grimes, and even Klay Thompson and Spencer Dinwiddie without moving a single first-round pick, just getting rid of players that really didn't fit what we were doing, as well as a few second-round pick swaps. Nico Harrison was smart in doing this because now we actually have first-round picks that we could use when we actually need to make a proper upgrade, and I think now is definitely the time. And on this channel, we've talked about many players that we could potentially see being added to the team via trade, whether it's Larry Nance, Obi Toppin, even Dorian Finney-Smith. I know a lot of you guys want to see Dorian back. I know some of you guys don't. Some of you want Jimmy Butler, which is never going to happen. Herb Jones, maybe, if New Orleans, I mean, they said that they're not willing to trade Herb Jones, but if the right package does come their way, then maybe they move them, but I don't think that's the package that we have. But what exactly do we have to work with? Well, let's take a look right here. After I had to do a quick little Google search, I tweeted out earlier today that Nico Harrison has this at his disposal: Maxi Kleber, Dwight Powell, Jaden Hardy, Omax, the 2025 first-round pick, as well as our 2025 second-round pick. I doubt Dwight Powell and Omax will get traded, but if Nico's ready to empty the clip, I can see all this being included in one package. Maxi Kleber is definitely the player that I think we can all agree needs to be upgraded. Whether we find someone and just put Maxi as our third power forward, as a lot of people have said that they like what they've seen from Omax, and that Omax should get Maxi's minutes and just play Maxi like we played Dwight Powell as our third-string power forward. And I don't think Dwight Powell would ever get traded. Dwight Powell's on a cheap contract. He's a locker room guy. No one has anything bad to say about him. But again, a lot of people would argue why not move him if you can. Jaden Hardy as well as Omax are two of our young guys, which when you're making trades, some teams may want younger talent. And if we do end up moving Maxi to improve that position, the teams that we end up trading with may want Omax, Jaden Hardy, and a first-round pick just to sweeten that deal. Maxi Kleber is not on an expiring contract. He has 2 years left, which makes trading him very difficult, on top of the fact that this is a very down year for him. His stats are horrible, as well as the fact that he's had 3 injuries so far, and he's probably going to have another one, as well as dealing with the sickness that the entire team has been dealing with. So yes, if we want to trade and upgrade from Maxi, a first-round pick or even a couple second-round picks will be needed, and you may need to sweeten the deal with either Jaden Hardy or Omax. And in my personal opinion, I don't want to see Omax gone. I also don't want to see Jaden Hardy gone, but I understand that if we want to win a championship, that little upgrade that Nico makes may make the difference. Even if it's a 5% difference that player makes to this team, that 5% difference could be the actual difference between winning a championship and not getting anything at all. And even though I don't want to see Omax gone, if we have a proper upgrade, then why not? We have a team full of young guys and full of veterans that any little trade that we make really isn't going to hurt us in the long run. That first-round pick next year is like a late first round, like 27th to the 30th in the first round, which is pretty much just a very early second-round pick. And the fact that Nico Harrison, as well as the other people in the front office, are willing to use that pick shows that they know what they need to do. They are watching this team. They are listening to what their staff are saying. Nico Harrison has done amazing work with this team since he got here, so it only stands to reason that he's going to continue that work. If we take a look right here, the Dallas Mavericks are currently in the 4th seed in the West, which is a great thing because even after we lost to the Clippers yesterday, we are still about 2.5 games, about 2.5 games ahead of the Clippers. So losing didn't affect our record. We're about a game and a half actually ahead of the Clippers. We're about 2.5 games behind the Thunder. So we're in a good spot. But I bring this up to your attention because we are not the only team that could benefit from an upgrade. As we've seen the Golden State Warriors, like I said before, they already made a trade getting Dennis Schroeder from the Brooklyn Nets, and we've also seen rumors like this, that the Golden State Warriors, Portland Trail Blazers, Sacramento Kings, Indiana Pacers, and Detroit Pistons are among the teams that have shown interest in Kyle Kuzma. Now, I'm not saying Kyle Kuzma is the difference maker. I'm not saying Kyle Kuzma will take the Golden State Warriors from the 10th seed all the way to the 1st seed, but that shows you that a lot of teams in the West are looking to improve their roster as well, where you have teams like the Thunder who probably don't need to make any trades. You got teams like Houston and Memphis that might make small moves, but for the Dallas Mavericks, if we want to make sure that we continue to stay a top 4 seed in the West, as well as have a very deep roster for the playoffs, it would be dumb for us not to do something. The Golden State Warriors is more of an extreme case, as they're willing to trade for Jimmy Butler. They're willing to trade for anybody at this point. Kyle Kuzma, Dennis Schroeder, anybody. They're tanking very fast. They lost the other day where Steph only had 2 points, which is beyond bizarre. So if our competitors, if our other teams in the West that are trying to compete want to improve their roster, the Dallas Mavericks need to follow suit. We've also seen reports where the Denver Nuggets are willing to move Michael Porter Jr. for Zach LaVine, and the Bulls seem okay with that. If that trade were to go down, I'm not sure how that fit for the Nuggets. This is Mavericks Digest, and all I know is that an improvement is definitely needed, and even if it's a small improvement, like improving our backup power 4 position, that could do wonders for the team. And just continuing with that, just showing you right here, the Brooklyn Nets, they did a deal with the Golden State Warriors, sending out Dennis Schroeder. So there's that. But the final thing that we're going to talk about is the injury update. Dallas Mavericks injury update today. Luka Doncic did court work today, says Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving participated in practice. Jaden Hardy, Dante Exum, and Brandon Williams remain out. We'll have further info on injury status likely later today regarding Saturday's game. So if you want to be up to date on anything related to the injuries, make sure you follow Grant Afseth as well as Noah Weber on Twitter. Those guys are always up to date on everything that the Mavericks are doing, especially these injuries. But I did watch a few videos today. Luka Doncic was putting up shots. Like Jason Kidd said, he was doing court work. Kyrie Irving participating in practice is great. If Luka needs to take another day off, which I think he deserves a day off, I think he earned it. He's playing very well this year, and we do have the luxury of having a quality team around Luka where he doesn't have to play through injuries. He can take a day off. I'd much rather Luka get the right rest. Don't run into any, don't risk any major injury now. So come January, where we have a very, very tough schedule, we have our entire roster, especially when Dante comes back. So if Luka doesn't play tomorrow, but we should have Kyrie. He isn't listed as not out yet. There's no injury report ahead of tomorrow's game at the time of this recording, but if Kyrie was in practice, if he actually went through with the full practice, I believe that Kyrie will be playing tomorrow. Luka was put up shot, so he's probably going to be questionable, and as a lot of us know, whenever Luka is questionable, odds are he's going to play. We did lose to the Clippers last night, but I feel like tomorrow we can definitely get the win, because last night's game felt very winnable to me. I don't know about you guys. I thought the Mavericks definitely could have pulled that win out. Maybe not in the prettiest fashion, maybe not an amazing game, but I think that we could have kept it very close. But if we had just one of Kyrie or Luka, then I think we would have been fine, and I think that's going to happen tomorrow. Let me know down in the comment section down below. Do you think that Nico should use that first round pick or just stay where we're at? Don't make any moves. I personally think that, go for broke. Use that first round pick. Go out and get Dorian Finney-Smith. Bring Dodo back home. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. We could have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for making this far to the video. Make sure you check out our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. Consider becoming a channel member. We are doing giveaway every single month on this channel. The only way to enter our giveaways is to become a channel member of any tier. But until next time, y'all take care, drink water. Peace.